What up, Ski, and welcome to Bar Vibes with Bryce the Fourth. Giving out raw reactions, interacting with the masses. No subject is safe. Shout out to Rob. You're here the people and you're here the noises, but that's the point because without the people, what's the point? Embrace some vibrations. First and foremost, my voice is still recovering from an epic fucking football Sunday. Two, I'm at my third. This is my third bar for a show for the first time, and if that makes sense to you, it's a little busy. Lunch is here. It is what it is. I was off today. So, and then three, this is a very early show for me, based on my previous episodes. But hey, sometimes your ace pitchers got to throw some curveballs out there, and I had the opportunity to do that today. So I got Liverpool today in the Champions League against Ajax, and I hope they bounce it back, please. After that abysmal outing against Napoli, that was awful. And yes, RIP to the Queen, because anybody passing away is awful. But damn it, we just lost so many games. I have no idea how they're gonna figure this out, like how to put all these games, into one season with the World Cup. It's gonna be weird, but you know what I'm saying. And also, I got yoga with my lady today. Shout out to Nicole. I love you, Boopa. So the show must go on. Anywho, football. God damn it, football. They gave me everything, every goddamn thing that I missed so much from football. I mean, we had a billion missed kicks, huge day for receivers, players that were hurt, proving you wrong, saying that they were gone and they're not. They're here, and then we had a fucking tie. So now we got to get into freshest football roundup. You already know we're coming at first. Let's go, Birds. They caught that W week 1. If you aren't in the 1-0 club, hate to see it. I said double digits, but the run defense wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And the Lions defense was not as great, but their offense was definitely up to par. They ran roughshod over us, and I will 100% agree with that. But if our run game and A.J. Brown weren't so fucking good, we would lose to them. We would have lost. So shout out to them. I'm just saying. Miles came back after injury. Jalen doing everything that he needs to do. We only had one major injury, and prayers up for Derek Barnett. I hope he gets healthy. He tore his ACL. But, I mean, after week 1, and I'm not even saying like he's a casualty, but, that's, you came away with a win and not many injuries. People are healthy. Sirianni said it. The defense needs to be better. Jordan Davis, one person, right? When he's in the game, they have 2.9 yards a carry. And when he's out of the game, 10 yards a carry. So it kind of makes sense. It's like, yeah, let's keep Jordan Davis in the game. Anywho, it's week 1. Eagles got a dub. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's get it. Ravens, Jets. I said what I said. Flacco was out for revenge, and he wasn't going to get it. It's just not going to happen. I'm just saying. I mean, the Jets defense clearly had a game plan, making sure that Lamar was going to beat them with his legs. No, I'm going to stay in this pocket and beat you with this thing. Yep. Yeah. The run game wasn't going, and Lamar was like, I'm going to sit in the pocket. I'm going to give you some dimes. To Duvernay in the corner, that thing was magical, my boy. I tell you right now. And then he was literally distributing the ball. He didn't have that many rush or passing yards, but he did what he needed to do. He took what the defense gave him, and he got it done. And then my only other takeaway from this game is the DJ Reed pick for the Jets when he ran to the middle of the field and he put his hands up, and everybody's like, oh my God, you guys are down 24-3. What is wrong with him? Mind your fucking business, man. You don't know people's stories. The man was honoring his father who passed away right before the game. Mind your business. Damn, like people just can't live. You hate to see it, but Ravens won. 49ers Bears, what a shitty ass game. The weather was awful. I saw the players like sliding the have a good day, guys. No. Nope. Just a lowly sports podcaster out here. No, I saw people sliding in the end zone and shit. That was cool. And I told you Trey Lance was going to struggle, and the struggle happened. It was a rainy ass day. The Bears didn't have an outstanding day, but they weren't they didn't have any gaudy numbers, but they made the plays that needed to be made. Like if you go and look at the stats, their running backs weren't that great. Quarterback play wasn't that great, but they made the plays that needed to be played. Lance showed why the Niners was like, we're gonna have to bring Jimmy back because he didn't play that well. I don't think he's ready. 164 yards, no touchdowns, one pick, not getting it done. Anywho, Bears with the win, called it. Colts Texans, man oh man, watching it from the beginning, I didn't feel like it was gonna end the way that it did. I saw Matt Ryan looking a little older and not having his weapons outside of Jonathan Taylor and Michael Pittman Jr. Davis Mills looked like a quarterback who learned and was like, all right, I think I can get this done. I got I got players. Brandon Cooks, I could literally make an entire video about that guy, but anywho, but then they got to OT and I was like, okay, and then we're still in OT. Okay. And then we're still in OT. Okay. And then we're still in OT. And this is why you watch football, because you never know when shit like this will happen. Man missed the field goal. And then the Colts win? No. The Texans win? No. It's a tie. Wild. Steelers, Bengals. My most glaring take from this game was that the O-line for Burrow cannot keep this man clean. He had a shitty-ass line last year, and it was in the Super Bowl. So you would think that the front office would be like, there's one glaring need, and that's protection from the guy that you drafted first overall to lead your team to a Super Bowl. The first one. No. Nope. No. You got a beast at running back. You got a number one receiver, a number two at T. Higgins. The only thing you need to do is keep your quarterback healthy. That is it. Did they do it? No, they didn't. They didn't. And the Steelers goddamn won. Listen, I don't get paid to do it, but that's common sense. It's common sense, man. Lord Beers. Steelers, Falcons. Jameis Winston, listen, that man got healthy. He took some advice. Came out, 16-point deficit. Nothing for me. Eating all the crabs that he stole from the store. If you know, you know. All the crabs. It was a very close game. And having Michael Thomas back was very huge for him. 2 touchdowns for him. And it's weird that Taysom Hill was the leading rusher for the Saints. I looked at it and I literally had to, I watched the game, but I had to go back and I was like, Taysom Hill was the leading rusher. Cordarrelle Patterson still is a weapon. Marcus Mariota did not have a bad game. He's a game manager. And, I mean, he's going to continue to do that. Get that back, my boy. So, Saints pull out a nice dub in week 1 by a point. Shout out to Chevy. You already know. Browns Panthers. It was a very close game, and I understand the storyline that goes into it with the whole Baker thing on both sides. Quarterback makes poor choices, and it ended up being who was going to make the least amount of mistakes. Baker Mayfield fumbled the ball like 5 times. Go back and look at the highlights. What do you got? Fucking grease on his hands? I have no idea. You couldn't tell me any different that he's still the player that he was when he was with the Browns. If you don't surround this man with the perfect team, he's not going to be good. He is average. He's fumbling everything. I think he was, and I'll give it to him. It might have been nerves. That's fine. He's a smart quarterback, but he just can't get it done. He just can't get it done. And it's the same thing for Jacoby Brissett. I think Jacoby Brissett is going to be a coordinator in this league. He just doesn't have the physical tools to get it done. But at the end of the day, it was a sloppy game. Browns get the W. Pats Dolphins. This was a very exciting. It was a good watch simply because this is post Brady, and they're divisional opponents, and they're out for blood. The Dolphins didn't play a great game, and I will not say that they blew the doors off of them. But Tua did exactly what he did. Didn't turn the ball over. Very efficient. Got it to his playmakers. That's all he needed to do. Mac Jones, nice to hear that he's not significantly hurt. What I was told or heard was that he had just back spasms. That's good for the Pats, but things just won't be the same in New England without TB12. Dolphins get the dub. Jags Commanders, I'll be the first person to say Carson never posed a problem with me. Got a big arm. He's questionable with decisions. Sometimes he wants to be a hero. Today, man, had over 400 yards. Made the plays that he needed to make. He torched that defense. And if you put him on another team where he doesn't have to be the guy, he'll be fine. I promise you that. And he shows you that on Sunday. He hitting that throw to Terry McLaurin was disgusting. Oh my goodness. And also the run game was pretty good. The Jaguars, they're gonna learn. They're a young team. They have a young quarterback. They have a young running back. Their offensive line is, but Scary Terry showed up when he needed them the most because he wasn't catching. He wasn't doing anything during the first 3 quarters, and that's crazy. And that's another W, for the team in the NFC East. Did all the NFC teams East win? We'll figure that out later. Titans Giants. I will hand up. I was proven very wrong with this pick, and I feel like Saquon was listening to my show when I said that he needed to get a ladder and step the fuck up. This man was a problem. 164 yards on the ground. I think he had 30 yards catching. He was doing everything he needed to do first game back. He torched their fucking defense. He had great running yards, catches, blocking, pass pro. What do you want? He said it was a revenge tour. And I'm not cutting it because I don't care. He said it was a revenge tour, and he's back at it. Derrick Henry getting depleted was crazy. That was wild. But there's not much to talk about in this game. Giants won. NFC East. That was 1, 2, 3. They all won. That's weird. Anywho, Chiefs Cardinals. I'm not even going to go ham with this. I said it. Patty M's is Patty M's. I said it wouldn't be a blowout, and it was a blowout. This man had 5 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns. Easily. He looked very comfortable out there. the Cardinals run game has to be better because Kyler Murray is not going to get it done by himself. Without D-Hop, he has to improvise a lot more, and his O-line is not that good. So without D-Hop to rely on, it's going to be hard. But you're playing Patrick Mahomes. That man he's him. He's that guy. Packers Vikings. Called it. Check the tapes. If you listen to my shows, you understand that I said yeah. Aaron Rodgers is that guy. Top 5, dead or alive, bars. And something told me that the Vikings are just going to grab this dub. Justin Jefferson is alive. He is that dude. And until the playoffs, you can't count Kirk Cousins out. He's extremely reliable when you need him. Their defense is awesome. Danielle Hunter and Zadarius Smith, who played his ass off against his former team, and clearly Aaron Rodgers is not happy with his wide receivers. You could see it in his face. Vikings don't give a shit though. Win for them. They're gonna lose next week. Raiders Chargers. This game ultimately came down to the point that the Raiders defense was not that bad if it isn't for the fact that Derek Carr cannot stop turning the ball over. They win this game. It's not that hard. Their defense is banged up, but Derek Carr just makes so many inopportune mistakes. And if I was a Raiders fan, I'd feel so bad. Like, come on, man. Barely lost the game because you want to throw picks. He's putting a gun at his foot and just shooting it. Broncos see it. I said it was going to be a blowout, and it was nowhere near that. Geno Smith came out of the woodwork. Again, another person who probably listened to my channel was like, yeah, fuck that guy. Hey, Mr. Unlimited was very limited against his old team. And the chemistry, I think it's really, it's just the chemistry that he doesn't have with his teammates. Because I was watching the game and I saw him like throw balls where it just landed in a spot where nobody was. But he was like, I would like you to make it to that spot. And they just don't have that chemistry. I get it. It makes sense. The storyline for me as Seattle is that they just looked like they wanted it more. You could see the sideline. They were cheering for first downs and all of that shit. And they wanted it more. And you hate to see it. They lost, and that's what it is. So Seattle leaves with a victory. Bucks Cowboys. I'm not gonna laugh. I don't like injuries. You're a person. But the simple fact that they lost with 3 points, the worst starting game for the Cowboys since 1989, the year that I was born, that hurts. And then you lost your starting quarterback for 6 to 8 weeks. You hate to see it. I'm not even going to comment on it because that's TB12. They're not going to have much to do. Cooper Rush, do you really believe in him? Your defense gave up 19 points, but your offense only gave you 3. Is CeeDee Lamb the guy? I said no. I said that when they got rid of Amari Cooper, big mistake. Week 1 shows you that right now. Nonetheless, Tom Terrific and the Bucks, they leave with the win. So for the week, I was 9-5-1, fucking tying ass bitches, and I'm very confident in winning. Pick season on the way. Phil's still continue to make their push to make it to the playoffs as a wild card team, and I said it amongst others. Just keep winning these games and you're fine. You literally control your own destiny. I mentioned it earlier, but LFC plays Ajax today in Champions League fashion. Terrible loss last week. I believe they can pull out, I'll call it 2-0 today, and up the Reds. My random thought is this glizzy moment or movement. Whoever decided to make it weird to eat a hot dog, that's fuck off. I could literally not care less about anyone judging me for eating a fucking hot dog. I've been eating this food since I was like 1. I don't care. I don't care. You're a bitch. Take it out, my agent. Big ups to the first state. Stay focused and be great. Take a sip. Much love from the kid. Enjoy your day. Enjoy life. Stay chill. Week 1 in the books.